Holy shit, y'all. Welcome to Big Sister Sesh with your host, Kayla G. I am dead inside a little bit, in case it's not obvious from the way that my eyes look. But other than that, we're rocking, we're rolling, we're getting this thing going. So I started in my new job. It's pretty cool. I'm really excited, but I'm just trying to figure out my life and it's chaotic. So um today Today, we're going to be talking about the power of being authentic online. I used to be a very curated girly. I don't feel like I was ever like that girl. Like I never edited my photos in such a way that I was unrecognizable, but I would use a little blur for them pimples and whiten my teeth here and there. And I loved a good effect. And I posted a very certain kind of photo. um like my feed was very much for the people and not because like it's what I wanted to post. And I didn't Anyway, that sounds conceited. It's not like I had a million followers. At a point I had like 2,000 followers, but then I deleted that account. However, there was a time when mama cared very much about the way I looked online. Um and it got to the point where I was posting things and I was like, am I even like, why am I even posting this? And I was taking so much time out of my life to like, oh, before a meal, like have a fucking photo shoot, or like at the gym, have a photo shoot, or, out at the bars, have a photo shoot, or wherever I was. Like, it was always, if I was at a sporting event, which was far and few between, but you know what I'm saying? Like, everything was like, can I post this? And as soon as I got there, I was like, what can I post? And that, my friends, is what we call problematic. It was taking away from my real life. Like, I was not enjoying my actual life. My whole life was centered around like, can I post? Not whole life. I was never the girls that, not the girls, that's rude. I was never like the people that you know who I'm talking about. There are many benefits to being authentic online, and I want to talk about those because I don't think a lot of people do. I think a lot of people talk about how to post the perfect feed, like colors and first a selfie, then a meal, then a witty quote, then a burr, burr, burr. Like, let's talk about just photo dumping, what's actually going on, what made you laugh, what is actually a good memory, Like, post for memories for you to look back on and for like people to really see who you are and not just to post to prove who you are. Your Instagram is not meant to prove anything. It's something for you to look back on and see, oh, like remember that time, and oh my god, that meal was so good and that person was so funny and I just love this person, and oh, remember that birthday dinner, blah 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 blah. It's not supposed to be, I am here. Oh, it's not supposed to be like, I am in Miami and boop bop boop bop beep bop boop. It's not supposed to be this huge fucking flex that it's just become. And there's nothing wrong with being proud and posting things, but there's an inherent difference. There is a difference between posting because you're proud and posting because it's like, I don't even need a word for it. If you're just listening, I'm making the influencer face, which is like, I can't describe it in words, but in your head, I know you know it. Anyway, the power in being authentic is, one, you're going to have so much more time. You're going to have so much more time on your hands, which is dope because when you're 90, you're going to really regret being like, wow, I spent probably 13 years of my life worth of time editing photos or picking the perfect thing or beep bop boop bop bop bop, trying to prove who I am instead of creating who I am. Period. That was so good. Um, But it's so time consuming to not be your real self online. It is so time consuming to do all the things that I literally just listed, and I'm tired, so I'm sorry. And in the vein of time consumption, it's not only time consuming to like edit and post, but it's time consuming in those actual times where you're, like focused on taking a good picture somewhere instead of actually enjoying the event. Um, like there's nothing wrong with wanting a couple pictures, but like when that's the main event of the event, let's circle back, baby girls. Let's figure out where we went wrong. As a rule of thumb for myself, when I get somewhere or like at the end, whichever is more conducive to a photo, I will spend 5 minutes. I have 5 minutes to take a photo, to get my yayas out if I'm dying to post this thing, because we all at the end of the day suffer a little bit from wanting to be cool online, and that's okay. But we need to check ourselves with how much of that time, like how much of your time is spent trying to be cool versus actually being cool. So yeah, like it's taking away from the actual event. And in some cases, when you're at that event and you decide to put your phone away and just like be present, you kind of realize I don't actually care about this event. I don't care about this club. I do not care about these group of girls. I do not care about whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? About this frat party, about this beep bop boop. I remember so specifically. I've told this story to so many of my friends. Okay. I remember so specifically when I was in college one night actually. I got a little bit more stoned than I should have for a frat party. And it was my favorite frat at the time, and me and my girly pops were all there, and I like everything felt slow motion, and it felt like the scene. The only way I describe it is that scene from Mean Girls, where everyone becomes animalistic and like at the lunch or whatever, or wherever they become animalistic. You know what I'm talking about? And that's how I felt. I felt like everything was in slow motion, animalistic, like people like humping in the corners, girls being insane on tables, like guys like looking at them like savages. And normally I thought this was the tits. Like I was like, I'd, be posting like, and when I was just a little stoned and like really perceived what was going on, I was like, this is so gross. Like these girls are just like doing the most. These guys are being absolutely fucking disgusting and think they're the shit because they have all these girls in their house, and you're literally not. You just have free alcohol and music. And oh my god. Shout out Chi-Fi ECU. We're gonna put them on blast. And I just remember being like, this is actually so stupid and lame. Um, and I took a pause for a while. And my time there got much more sparse at any frat, because I was like, this is so fucking stupid. I digress. So, yeah, maybe go to an event and get a little stony pony and like really take in your surroundings and be like, do I enjoy this place? Do I enjoy clubbing, or is it just to go say like take a cute pic and say I'm clubbing? Sometimes it is fun, but like I find it's most fun when I haven't done it in a while, and like I really just get to have a time with my girly pops. But I feel like the people that are going every weekend are doing it to post. Or they have problems with how much they hate their life and their job. Those are the two options. Sorry. If you genuinely enjoy partying, no you don't. No, you don't. You like on a regular ass basis. No, you don't. You're escaping something. Another benefit of being on authentic online is you are hiding so many forking awesome forking. You are hiding so many cool parts of yourself that so many other people have too. They have those cool parts that are kind of weird and quirky and not necessarily Instagrammable. However, they are Instagrammable. Be so real, be so funny, show your sense of humor, post the weird meme on your real story, not your private. Be so for real. Be so for real, dude. Like, be cool. That's cool. Having a personality and not this like blank page of just like be so cool. You are so cool. I know you have coolness inside of you. What is weird about you and quirky and like in your head not Instagrammable is what makes most good Instagram pages good is that they're real. So do that. People love to see humanity, and I think that's why TikTok has taken off so much because there's so much more real. I mean, there's a fuck ton of fakeness, but in general, there's a lot of people like just got out the shower talking to you in a real way, or like at the gym like being sweaty and like actually talking to you, or just like there's so much more realness and less curated bullshit that there is on apps such as Minch um and their Instagram is catching up. However, not fast enough. I still feel like the curatedness is a thing on there, and there's still that crap on TikTok. But I will say it's more progressive in that sense. And if people don't like you, or your friends think it's weird for you to post those things, do you want to be friends with those people? Do you want to be friends with people who don't accept you being real as fuck? Do you want to accept people who will laugh about those same things with you in person and in private, but not if it's on your story? Like a funny, unhinged meme. I get it if you have professional people following you or whatever, but like if you're one of these folks with like 2,000 followers, they're mostly people you went to college with or like barely know or like what, or and your close friends. Like, who the fuck cares if you're posting an unhinged meme? And if they care, whatever. But like, why can you send that in a DM and not post it on your story if it's like, if it really is so funny to you and you're like, this is me, like, you know? So yeah, fuck those people who would judge you for that. They're just jealous because they can't be real. They ain't real with themselves. Mm. Another benefit of being authentic online, which I'm sure we all know, but like, do we? Is y- how the fuck? And I'm being so for real right now. I have an anecdote. My sister came to visit me a little while ago with her friends, and my sister and her friends are objectively hot and like skinny, put together, bad bitches, like hair always perfect, nails done, makeup flawless, even when they're just chilling at home kinds of girls. Um, and so they get invited to things that my quirky, curvy ass don't. Because I walk around like this most of the time, all right, ladies and gentlemen. So we were at a bar, and these like big tech people came up to my sister and her friends, and were and like blah blah blah, blah, literally within 30 seconds invited us to a really cool ass pool party, and I was the frumpy older sister that had to follow suit. Uh, uh, and so we get to this party, and like it is what you imagine. It is like just the cream of the crop people, like the people that I'm talking about. These Instagram like washboard abs, like techie bros, $3,000 studio apartment overlooking the city. I digress. So all these people are just like rocking out with their cocks out and they look so good. And I'm like, but some of these girls, and they're all like 90% of them are full facers. They got their full face on at a fucking pool party. Um, my sister and her friends included. But we love that for them, and I love those girls, so shut up. So we're at the pool party, and we meet this one girl, and like she, beautiful body, not really wearing too much makeup, tan from the neck down, bleach blonde hair, perfect body. I want to reiterate, beautiful woman. And my sister or one of her friends gets her Instagram, And it's just like, oh, 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 who's that, baby girl? Because this girl was pretty. She was not like the prettiest girl ever without makeup or whatever, but like she was a pretty girl um if her face matched her neck. Like she had like, some act. I'm not even trying to rag on this girl. I'm literally not. I'm just trying to give an example. So shut the fuck up. My three people who listen, who are probably my mom, my sister, and one friend. Shut the fuck up. So we're looking at her. So in person, perfect body, orange from the neck down, pale face, acne scars, like not that cute. Like cute, but like not cute. Okay. And her Instagram is like perfect body, which she had, but it was like airbrushed to the point where like, what? What? Um, like full face in every single photo, like hair did in every single photo. And it wasn't like it was like a business, like this was just like her personal account. And she had like 10,000 followers, but like she wasn't like an influencer, like she was just a girl. And it was like, how do you, I would like, honestly, power to you to like look like this. That's so fucked up to say, but like, do you think that people don't see you IRL? Like everybody sees your fakeness. People who know you, other than the people that solely know you online, people see what you look like, dude. Like we see like her not an acne scar in sight online, not anything. Like be so for real. How do you walk confidence? Apparently, like the fake confidence that you're getting from your Instagram likes, because Jesus Christ, you don't look like that. You don't. I just think it's crazy to modify yourself that much online to the point where you're like literally, that's fucked up to say, but unrecognizable. Like you would not, like if you put this girl's photo next to her Instagram, like a photo as she was at the party next to her Instagram, you'd be like, who the fuck is that? And that's all. I mean, not everybody is as extreme as that, but like even people who are editing things like there are just some things like why are you editing your waist? Why are like people see what you look like, dude? Like people see your skin in real life. Like people see like whatever. They see that you're not that color. They see that you have a little bit of acne scars, and that's what makes you human. And we are collectively fucking ourselves by consistently editing those things. Like we are giving each other unrealistic standards. Like it's so fucked and sad. And people just the standards that we have now and that men have now for us because they see 1,000 fake ass women. Oh, oh, and it's fucked. It's from the male. It's men. Men are the problem, yes, but let us stand up and be so real. Let us stand against that shit. Be real. Show your wrinkles. Show that you have acne scars. Like show that your hair is not perfect. Like there are flyaways, and that you have belly rolls, and that you have cellulite, and that like your hands are sometimes way paler than your arms because you use fake tanner, because you hate the way how pale you are. You hate how pale you are, and that is me, and I am that. And my face is white as hell, and my arms are a lot tanner. Maybe not right now because it's washing off. But like be real, show some of the impurities. You don't have to walk around like this all the time, but like you don't have to be perfect online. You don't have to edit your waist. You don't have to edit your arms because when you show up in person, think about your Hinge profile or your Bumble BFF profile and you have all these perfectly curated photos and you come in real life. I mean, some people are going to be like, what the fuck? But other people are just going to be like, damn, like that kind of speaks to you. Like that speaks to you. You're not comfortable in yourself. Be comfortable in yourself. One, you will lessen your probably like you're probably like I would be nervous to show up looking so different. So like build your confidence in yourself. You're literally going to give yourself more confidence showing up because you're like, I know this is what I look like. In fact, I might even look better in person. Um and like let's help mitigate all the bullshit that's out there giving these little girls body dysmorphia and eating disorders and anxiety and panic attacks. oh, and depression and all these mental health disorders that are coming surely influenced by social media and the fucking unrealistic standards that we're held to or shown. Be a part of the solution, dude. My last bullet point, which will surely turn into three more bullet points, is that, in my opinion, but I think a lot of people would agree, that a real ass feed with minor aesthetics taken into consideration. There's a difference between just posting fucking what like blurry ass photo of a sandwich, which you can do. And honestly, I love that. However, there's a difference between like you don't have to be a fucking your Instagram doesn't have to be a garbage can for what you post. That is not necessarily being authentic either. But like for me, my Instagram, maybe I'll show a picture here. I don't know how to do that stuff yet, but maybe I'll like pop a little video of the screen on this screen that you're looking at. My Instagram feed is like definitely love a good like little filter to make it all look cohesive. Not a filter, an effect, but I don't change the shape of my face, the blur of my I don't touch that shit. Like having a little bit of a color effect, or like darkening the photos a bit, or like like some one day I'll post a selfie and then a big group of my friends and then like the best thing I ate and then like maybe a blurry I do have a blurry photo on there. I know for a fact I do. And then like a picture of a beautiful hike that you went on. Like those to me look so much better than like endorsement. Like it doesn't have to I think those photo feeds look better. Whatever. That's just my opinion, but I think most people will be more intrigued by an authentic feed than a super perfectly curated feed. Um, whatever. Okay. And it doesn't mean you don't have to do some trend. Like, all I'm saying is, I don't even need to backtrack right now. Okay. You know what I'm saying. You know that there is a difference between having a little bit of like a vibe and a general color theme to your thing versus just insert influencer face here. You know what I'm talking about. I don't need to over explain. Okay. So, the very last thing I will say, which really truly will be the last thing I will say for once ever, um, you are not your Instagram feed. You are you're an amalgam of memories and experiences and people who have loved you and people you've loved and your friends and your pets and your hobbies and experiences and the foods you eat and the plants you keep and the books you read and where you live and where you have lived and all that corny shit. You are not what you post online. You are a human being. Um, Post for memories, not to prove who you are. That's it. I hope you have a beautiful day. I hope you post something quirky on your fucking feed. Not fake quirky. Like, oh my god, I went outside with a one shoe untied. Like a real like be so real today. Challenge yourself. If you even have Instagram, and if you don't, God bless you. God bless you. This has been a big sister sesh with your girl, Kayla G. I'm out of here. I'm gonna go. Bye.